On this Founders' Day, I deem it a great privilege to bring before our eyes the vision, the exemplary life, and the sacrifice of our founder, Miss Katie Wilcox. He came, he saw, he conquered is a famous phrase attributed to Julius Caesar and Napoleon the Great, which very much benefits Dr. Katie Wilcox, our founder. She came to Madurai from the USA with a great vision in her mind. She saw the need of educating women of Madurai, and she conquered the hearts of Maduraites by founding a premier educational institutions. The founder of OCPM Girls Higher Secondary School, Noyes English School, and Ladydoe College was born on 26 July 1889 in Chester, Connecticut, USA. Miss Katie was born into a large, pious and religious family of 4 boys and 6 girls. Miss Wilcox was the 4th of girls. All brothers were elder to her. Miss Wilcox was the only girl in her rich family to receive collegiate education. The Chester School, the middle high school where she studied, played an important role in making her a missionary educationalist. She had to make a decision of leaving her family, friends and relatives and to come to India, which then was quite unfamiliar to her people, except for some brief references from earlier missionaries. It was not an easy choice. She was brilliant, beautiful, much sought after. It must have been an act of great courage and sacrifice to give up her native land for the sake of the needy. She believed that it was a call from God. To respond positively to it with indomitable faith in God, trusting in that the Lord will do only the best, she traveled to India and landed on 11th December 1915 at the age of 26. As soon as she landed, she was appointed as an apprentice missionary teacher at Capron Hall School, which was founded in 1834 at Mangalapuram, Madurai. Her enthralling and engaging manner of teaching English poetry imbibed in students a love for English language and literature. She gave personal attention to every student. Miss Katie Wilcox gave totally a new direction and dimension to teaching while she was at Capron Hall. Miss Wilcox had 2 goals to be achieved. One was to train her girls to acquire knowledge and skills required for their lives, and other was to empower women to remove barriers cast around them for ages so that they could not only help themselves but seek to help their sisters in need and distress. She insisted the innovative teaching and social concern should be the objective of education. She is a role model to be emulated by missionaries and educationalists. She believed in the conversion of mind rather than conversion of religion. Her educational service to the rich and the poor, social activities for the poor with the help of the rich were remarkable. Instinctively, Miss Wilcox and Miss Noyes, the missionary of American Board, felt that they should expand the school further to cater the larger number of women who aspired for education. They wanted to start another school and a college for girls. They foresaw Madurai city would become a mega city on the northern side of River Vaigai, and with that foresight, they bought 31 acres of land with palmyra trees from many owners of Talagulam area known as Narimedu. True to its name, the place looked bleak and barren with palmyra trees here and there with large tufts of green and bracken. The location was indeed very lonely, gave fright to ordinary people. But for these women of faith and foresight, it was not so. They planted number of flowering trees and it came to be known as Noyes Gardens. Women who wanted to go for higher education had to go to American College, which admitted only limited number of girls. Moreover, women were hesitant to study in men's college. Many parents were not willing to send their daughters there. Girls had to go to Trichy or Madras, where the cost of education was very high. Considering all these, Miss Wilcox devoted herself untiringly to the establishment of Women's College in Madurai. A Chinese proverb runs like this: if you are planning for a year, plant annuals. If you are planning for 10 years, plant trees. If you are planning for 1,000 years, plant men, women. This is exactly what Dr. Katie Wilcox did, pouring out her creative energy in founding and in building Lady Doe College as a crowning task of her dedicated service in India for 43 years. When the young independent nation was in its making, she helped young women to emerge from their ancient pattern of seclusion, to make use of rich opportunities and rise to new responsibilities. She realized education was the mainspring of economic and social progress, and so she encouraged women to be geared for great conflicts and vast reforms in social life for noble achievements. Miss Wilcox went on a door-to-door fund collection to build this college along with the students and teachers of OCPM and Capenhall schools. After 20 years of dreaming and planning, 3 years of fundraising, the university approval was sought by Miss Wilcox. Those were the days of strain and stress for her, but with the help of God, she overcame all odds. The University Inspection Commission inspected the arrangement and granted approval for starting the college. The college was started as a second grade college with 3 sheds with 89 students, and now more than 4,000 students are studying every year. Even when Miss Wilcox was on leave, she would not rest. Rest was not a word she recognized. She spent her time speaking and traveling to raise funds for schools and a college. On 26 January 1955, a public meeting was held to celebrate 40 years of service rendered by Miss Wilcox to the women of Madurai. On that occasion, the first sod of earth was turned for Wilcox Chapel. Miss Wilcox gave away all that she had received as gift during her 40 years of service to the college fund. After serving in India for 43 years, Miss Wilcox returned to USA in 1958. After that, she served as a field representative for Lady Doe College Funds Corporation in Boston and continued to travel around USA to raise funds for LDC till her death in December 17, 1974. After her death, the Connecticut Conference paper states thus: Katie was a builder. She lifted the hopes of those in Madurai and touched their lives creatively. She built a college, and that college built a long succession of educated women in India who were building more informed, better prepared, and finer structured lives in many fields of religious, educational, and governmental source. Her commune with the divine gave her the grit to shoulder great responsibilities and to do manifold tasks. It reminds me of the Bible verse, "They that wait upon the Lord shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." Miss Wilcox's life illuminates the facts that it is better to light one little candle than cursing the darkness. Her name will ring through the corridors of history as a daughter of God who has done her best to the cause of women's education, especially in the backward region of Tamil Nadu. Her unshakable faith in Christ Jesus stands fully vindicated, and the large number of women who had the privilege and pleasure of to pass through the portals of educational edifice which she has fondly and avidly built will bless her for the valuable service she has rendered to the cause of women's education in Madurai. Her educational efforts did not follow the stereotype, but she blazed a new trail to enable women to face life's struggle with indomitable courage and confidence. Her contribution to the cause of education is more an enablement. It is a ministry of deliverance for women who fettered and shackled by superstition and inferiority complex. Many women who studied in these institutions testify to the fact that they were freed from age-long injustices, and they in turn make their contribution to empower women in their families, neighborhood, and in the nation at large. As we look out Miss Katie Wilcox with awe, let us take a vow to rededicate ourselves to the service of women. As staff members, students, and the alumni of this esteemed institution, let us make a promise that the torch which she had passed on will be carried through generations. Let us emulate Miss Katie Wilcox in giving, in serving, and to be a trendsetter and a history maker.
The selfless legacy of the past has paved way for the glorious future as Lady Doe College continues its mission of empowering lives. Built by many hands on the firm foundation of sacrifice and commitment to build lives, Lady Doe College, in its ever onward march towards excellence, is evolving to cater to the challenges of the current global crisis. The world has been hit hard by the pandemic, posing a never-before challenge to all the spheres of life. Amidst this crisis, Lady Doe College has risen to the occasion by serving the society and student community, thus grappling its core value of reaching out to the unreached. Teachers are equipping themselves with skills in various domains of technology to make their digital classroom experiences fruitful, thus promoting intellectual maturity among students and teachers alike. Breaking the stereotypes of merely completing the syllabus online, the college offers support to the student community through virtual counseling and moral support. The entire campus has been refurbished to a sustainable green campus, and Lady Doe College, your home, your nest, the cradle of your future, eagerly awaits to have you back.
Faith and faith alone will open every door to us. Truth and truth alone shall conquer every heart. Wisdom and responsibility shall help us reach the highest goals in life. May our voices unite.